Good morning.
Recording in progress.
Let's start our new lesson in chapter 7, chapter 5, lesson 7, which talking about write zeros in the dividend. So here, in this lesson, there's a number, decimals. I have to divide it on decimals, but I will add zeros sometime. Why I will add zero? Let's see here. Now, when you divide it, or when the decimal are divided, the dividend may have a remainder. So that means it's not completed. So when you want to complete it, you will add zeros in order to complete dividing without making or without let any remainder. So in dividing, you have two ways. You can divide like, you can divide 5 over 10 as an example. And we can say 53. Girls, please mute your microphones. Now, and when you divide 53 into 10, you can say it's 5 divided by times 10 is 50, and the remainder is 3. So one way of writing the answers, you will write 5 remainder of 3. But now you are getting bigger. You know how can we divide but without keeping any remainder? What do you have to do? Just you will add, when you want to divide, and then you say 3, you didn't want a remainder. What do you have to do? You just add a decimal point up and 0 down in order to continue. Then 30 over 10 is 3. Then 3 times 10 is 30. So another way to write the answer, keep it without remainder by adding 0. So how can I keep the answer without remainder? By adding 0 to the dividend. You will write the answer now as 5.3.
Okay.
This is the general idea. Let's now explain it in steps. Here now, this is 45.8. I want you to divide it by 4. The first step now, what do you have to do? You will divide 4 over 4, which is what? What is the number? The number that you multiply it by 4, you get 4. 1.
1.
You will say then 1 times 4 is 4. And then 4 minus 4 is 0.
0.
Now then, what do you have to do next? You call back down what?
The 5 down.
The 5 down. Bravo. Then 5 divided by 4 is
1.
1. So you will write 1 up. Now then, 1 times 4.
4.
And the remainder is what now?
4.
1. Then next, what do you have to do?
Put the
Decimal point.
Put under the 8.
And then you will call the 8. After
The
you put the decimal point, you will call the 8. Now 18 over 4.
14 over 4.
4, bravo. 4. 4 times 4.
16.
16. So now, after you finish dividing, you found that, what is the remainder now?
2.
And I told you now, in this lesson, I want you now to give me the answers, but without remainder. The teacher, what can I do? You can write this answer as 11.4 with a remainder of 2. But I don't want you to give me a remainder. I want you to give me the answer without remainder, the quotient without remainder. So what do I have to do? I will add 0 here to the dividend. After you called the 0, which we said that the remainder was 2.
Yeah.
Then after I added 0, and remember that adding 0 to the right, and this happened only on the decimals. If we have a numbers, you cannot add any 0. If you add 0, you must add decimal point. So adding 0, it's only happen on the decimals.
Yeah.
So then, after I added 0, I will call it down. So I will repeat. I cannot add 0 anytime, only on the decimals. Because adding 0 to the right in the decimals, this doesn't make any change.
Yes.
So then, after that, we have 20. Divide by 4 is what?
5.
5. Hello, we said that is the answer. Then 20 divided by 4 is 5. Then 5 divided times 4 is 20. And the remainder is what?
0.
Now the remainder is 0. I will stop here.
Yes.
So be careful. I didn't want the answer of the quotient with remainder. I want it with the remainder 0. How? By adding 0. By adding 0 to the right of the decimal number. In the dividend. You don't add it in the divisor, only in the dividend.
Okay. It's so easy and nice.
Yes, it's so easy. And
Teacher, page what?
It's page 329. Okay, now let's go to the next one. Now, here what do we have? We have 372 divided by 50. Now, by the way, before I talk about this, I will talk about that one. Here, I told you now, when you want to add 0, okay, you can add it to the right since there's a decimal point. But if there isn't a decimal point, you have to add it up. Let's see this example now. Let's see this one here. First of all, we have 372 divided by 15. They say that 37 divided by 15, approximately it's 2. 2 times 5 is 10. 2 times 1 is 1 plus 2 times 1 is 2 plus 1 is 3. Then the remainder is 7. Then they call down the 2. Then we have 72. 72 divided by 15. They say that it's 4. 4 times 15 is 60. Up to now, do you have any problem?
no.
No. Now 72 minus 60.
It
2 minus
is-
0.
Equal 12.
Is
12.
2.
Bravo.
No, it's 0.
Okay. Now next here. Do you find there's a remainder? Do you find a number that is this now the divisor? Here, do you find a remainder 12? Or it's 0?
Well,
No,
It's a 12.
no.
So what do you have to do? These are the steps. The first one, insert a decimal point and 0 at the end of the dividend. So go to the dividend and add a decimal point and 0.
Teacher, tell the girls to close their mic. It's so freaking noisy.
Okay? Please, girls, mute your microphone.
Teacher,
While I'm talking, mute your microphone, okay? Now, here, so after, because there's a remainder, I will insert a decimal point and 0. In the previous one, I didn't insert a decimal point because there's already a decimal point. But if there isn't a decimal point, I will add it, then I will add the 0. Here, I will repeat. If you have 57.2, you want to divide it by 7 as an example. After you divide, you found that there is a remainder. You will add 0. The rule is insert a decimal point and 0. You come here. Is there a decimal point? Yes. So I will not insert. I will insert only 0. But if there is a number like this, and there is no decimal point and there's no 0, you will add both of them. So I will repeat. If there is a decimal point, just add 0. If there is no decimal point, you have to add a decimal point and the 0 in order to continue. Got
okay,
it?
teacher.
Is it clear?
Yes.
Then next,
Yes.
after I add the 0, they told you now, place a decimal point in the quotient above the decimal point in the dividend. Then after you write a decimal point here, you have to write a decimal point up. Then let's continue. So just the steps. Go to the dividend. If there is a decimal point, add 0. If there's no decimal point, add decimal point and 0. Then after you finished here, go up. If there's a decimal point, don't do anything. But if there isn't a decimal point, add it. This is the rule. Is it clear?
Clear, teacher.
Okay, now then I will add the 0. Down. Then 120 divided by 15.
It is.
هلا 6 times 15, 90. 7 times 15, 105. 8 times 15, 120. So what's the number will be? It's 8.
The number?
8 times 5.
Times 5.
40.
6.
8 times 1 is 8 plus 4, 12. Then after you subtract, you get the answer as 0.
Okay.
So dividing 372 by 15, the answer is 24.8. So if there is, so this case happen only if there's a remainder. Now, I will go to the dividend. If the dividend has a decimal point, just add 0. But if the dividend doesn't have a decimal point, you have to add the decimal point plus the 0. And the same for the quotient. If the quotient have decimal, don't add the decimal because there's no 2 decimal point in the number. But if the quotient haven't had any decimal point, you have to add it. Got it, grade 5?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Now here. 1.23 divided by 0.06. Now look at this one here. We have decimals divided by decimal. After you divide it, or after you look at the question, you find that the divisor has a decimal point after how many digits?
Three digits.
After one.
After 2, sorry, after 2 digits. 1, 2. So I will move to the right 2 digits. And since I move here to the right 2, I will move here 2 digits. So it comes like 123 divided by what? Divided by 6. Now, let's do it now. Now, they told me that 12 divided by 6 is 2. 2 times 6 is 12. The remainder is 0. Then they will get the 3 down. Now look at this one here. 3 divided by 6. Can you? Grade 5?
No, teacher.
No. Yeah.
No.
No.
So 0. 0 times 6 is 0. Then you subtract, you get 3. Now look at here. Do we have a remainder?
Yes.
Yeah, I have a remainder. So what do I have to do? I will go back. I remember there's a remainder. I will go back to the dividend. Is the dividend has a decimal point?
Yes.
No.
It's 123. There is no. So I will add a decimal point and I will add the 0. And since I add it in the dividend, I must add it in the quotient. They must have 2 decimal points or there's no decimal points. So now I added a decimal point with 0. Then what I have to do next?
We have to let the 0 down. Then we'll put the 0 down after putting the number multiplied by 6 equal 30. It will be 5.
You will put 5.
Then 5 times 6 equal 30 minus 0 equals 0.
Remainder is 0.
0.5.
The answer is 20.5.
And the remainder is 0. So
Teacher, but all of it is 0. The question.
What do you mean? That's what do you want to add? All is 0?
No, teacher, no.
Or what do you mean?
I don't care.
that means, teacher, that when there is no any decimal point or 0,
But teacher, we will come to that.
put the decimal point at 0. Then put it up. Decimal point.
Now, here, 10 divided by 0.8. So, first of all, you will move decimal point 1 digit. So it comes like it. And then here, look at this one. Please, girls, mute your microphone. Who's singing? Jumana. Now, moving the decimal point 1 digit to the right. So it comes 8. And look at 10 here. Since I move it 1 digit, look at 10 here. I have to make action, because if I move the digit of the 0 1 digit to the right in the divisor, I have to move it in the dividend. But here there is no decimal point. So what do you have to do? Grade 5, why are you sleepy today?
Today we aren't sleepy. Our mic is not open. The mic, I don't see what
Here we have 10 divided by 0.8. Now I will move the decimal point 1 digit to the right. So it comes as 8. Then, since I move it in the dividend, I have to move it in the divisor. But here there is no decimal point. So what do I have to do? I will add it. I will add it, then I will move 1 digit to be here. And in this space, I will add 0. So now it comes as 100 divided by what?
8.
By 8. Yeah. Let's now continue.
Can't see your screen.
10 divided by 8.
101. Divided by 8, it's 1.
10 divided by 8. 1. 1 times 8.
1 times 8 equals 8.
10 minus 8.
2. 10 minus 8 is equal to.
Bravo. Then what do you have to do next?
Or put like the 0, put it down.
0 down. Bravo. 20 divided by 8.
20 divided by 8, it's 2.
Bravo. You were right. 2 now. 2 times 8.
2 times 8 is 16.
16. Now what's the remainder?
The remainder is
4.
4.
Bravo. Now then, is there a remainder?
Yes. Yes. 4.
Yes. What do you have to do?
So we have to
add the decimal point.
And 0. But first of all, put the
Bravo. Decimal point on 0 in the dividend and decimal point up. Bravo. Then next, what do you have to do?
We have to
put the 0 down. 40 divided by 8.
40 divided by 8 equal 40 divided by 8 equal 5.
Equals 5.
5.
So it will be 12 point.
Yes, 12.5. Teacher, can I answer after Hanada?
Yeah, okay, I will let you answer.
Not.
Okay, I will let you answer. Now, I will send you the answer on chat, because I will go to the second slide. Okay, now who wants to start?
Mimi, I'm Lana.
Yes, Lana. Lana. Yeah, Lana. Here, 5 divided by 0.8.
5 divided by 0.8.
Yeah, what do you have to do here?
We will
It's 5
five
divided by 0.8.
by-
What is the first step?
we will take a 5. But 5 don't divide by 8.
Sorry?
If we take the 5, it's not, we cannot like divide it by 8 because 8 is,
So, okay, first of all, you have to move the decimal point.
okay.
So it comes 8 now. Now, if you move it in the dividend on the divisor, do you have to move it in the dividend?
No,
No, yeah, yes, you must have to move it. The decimal point is here, so you have to move it 1 digit to be here, so it comes as 50.
so we
Now
will take,
continue.
now we can like it.
Sorry?
Now we will take 50 divided by 8.
Yes. Now 50 divided by 8 is
2 divided by 8.
50 divided by 8.
50 divided by 8. Like how many 8 in the 50?
Yes.
Yeah. 5.
5. 5 times 8.
5 times 8 is 45.
40.
40.
The remainder is 10. Is the remainder greater than a divisor?
Yes.
Yes. So that means it's correct. This is wrong. Give me another number.
4.
6. Bravo. 6 times 8.
6 times 8 is 53.
No, 48.
Oh, no.
Now then, 50 minus 48.
50 minus 48 is 2.
2. Bravo. Now, do you have a remainder?
There, like, yes, we have.
Yes, we have. So what do you have to do next?
The remainder is less, so it's correct.
Yes. Then what do you have to do next?
And,
Because in this lesson, I want divide, but without remainder. You will add decimal point with 0 on the dividend, and you will add a decimal point up. Then you will call the 0 down. 20 divided by 8.
20 divided by 8, how many 8 in 20?
Yes.
3.
3 times 8 is 24. I want 20 or less than 20.
I can say 8 multiplied by 2.
It's 2. 2 times 8 is
2 times 8 is 16.
16. أيوة. And the remainder is what?
The remainder is 2.
No, miss. 4.
4.
Now then, there's a remainder. What do you have to do next?
We will
What is our lesson? Added 0. So you will add another 0 in order to continue. 40 divided by 8 is?
it's 5.
5. 5 times 8.
5 times 8, 40.
4. And now what about the remainder? Is the remainder now 0?
Yes.
Yes. So this will be 6.25. Thank you.
Over.
Teacher, it is number 5. The after the 1.
Number 5. What do you mean? One. These are number questions. Number of questions.
I don't know. Yeah, I can't write all of it. The question. The
Maybe that's me. It's too long. You cannot write it in your book.
yes.
Okay, write it on a sticky note or your copybook, because you must need the steps.
Okay.
Now, who wants to answer the next one?
Sure, I have a question.
Yes.
I'm Hanada. Teacher, class
Yes.
will be 20 questions.
The class test.
1.
Yes. It will be 20.
Okay.
Yes, Hunada. Hunada, I want you now to solve number 3. Yalla, point 42 divided by 0.35. What do you have to do now, Hunada?
I have now to move the decimal points.
أيوة, how many digits?
2 digits.
2 digits. Bravo. So it comes like 35.
Yes,
And what's more dividend?
About the dividend, also we'll remove it 2 digits. It will be 42.
It will be 42. Bravo. Now let's divide. Yalla. 42 divided by 35.
1.
1. Bravo. 1 times 35.
Equals 35.
35. What about here the remainder?
The remainder, it will be
Here is 3. Here is 12.
12 minus 5 equals 7.
7. Bravo. Then here, do we have a remainder?
Yes, the 7.
Yes. So what do you have to do next?
We have to add decimal point and 0.
Bravo. You will add the decimal point. Sorry. You will add decimal point and 0 down and up.
And up decimal point. So
yes,
we will
bravo.
let the 0 down.
Yes.
It will be 70.
Divide by 35
is 2.
2. Bravo. 2 times 35
equals 70.
Equals 70. Thank you. And now the remainder is 0, so I will stop here.
Yeah, it's so easy.
Now, Muna.
Yes, teacher.
Yes, Muna. I want you now to solve number 10.
Okay.
Here, 4.8 divided by 15.
Okay. It will be 4.
أيوة. هلا 4 divided by 15. Can you?
No. So it will be 0.
You will add 0. Bravo. 0 times 15.
0.
Minus 0.
0. 4.
4. Bravo. Then what do you have next?
Put the point up,
Put the point up. Bravo.
then put the 8 down.
Put the 8 down. Thank you. 48 divided by 15.
Mm, 3.
3. Yes, 3. Thank you. 3 times 15.
Mm,
Oh, 3 times 5.
3 times 5. It equals 15.
15. Bravo. 3
And
times 1.
3 times 1, 3, and 1, 4.
Bravo. So then 48 minus 45.
3.
3. Bravo. Then is there a remainder?
Yes, the 3.
Yes.
So we'll put
أيوة.
0 without point.
Bravo. Thank you, Muna.
Put
Now,
half.
Muna said that since there is a decimal point, there is no need to add it, or either up or down, because there is a decimal. So you will add 0 only. Then put it down. Yalla, 30 divided by 15.
It's 2.
It's 2. Bravo. 2 times 15.
13. 30.
30. Bravo. And the remainder now is what?
0.
0. Thank you. So the answer is point.
So
Check.
teacher,
Yes, thank you so much.
Can I answer me, Malak?
Do you have a period after this one?
Let me check.
Yes.
Yes.
We have yes, friend.
Oh, so the period is finished. I'm sorry.
Okay, can I answer tomorrow if possible?
Okay, remind me, please.
Okay.
Okay, thank you so much. Have a nice day.
bye teacher.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Have a nice day.
Thank you. Recording stopped.
Bye, teacher.
Bye-bye.